Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video are my top 10 Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Now if you have not heard of Makeup Geek, just throw your computer or your phone or your iPad, just throw it in the garbage because clearly you haven't been using the internet properly. No, I'm just kidding, but Makeup Geek is an online store that's started by Marlena, who was a YouTuber. I'm pretty sure she started off as like a YouTuber. She now has her own company and the eyeshadows are pretty much incredible. Like once I felt and used Makeup Geek eyeshadows, I pretty much stopped using MAC. I have like one or two MAC that I like to use, but for the most part, the eyeshadows I use on an everyday basis are from Makeup Geek. Even ahead of palettes, everything. I just love my Makeup Geek single eyeshadows. So if you want to see the top 10 that I have picked, the top 10 that you must buy from Makeup Geek if you're starting your collection or adding to your collection of Makeup Geek eyeshadows, then this video is for you. As always, don't forget to follow me on social media and don't forget to subscribe, guys. It is free 99 and you'll just get notified when I upload so that you do not miss a thing. I upload twice a week, typically on Tuesdays and Fridays. Okay, so let's just get right into this video. I think I did too much. I don't think the color's right. My face is too orange. I need a tan so bad, and I have so much self-tanner. It's just spring is that awkward time where I'm like, I'm just waiting for the warm weather before I put on my self-tanner. Anyways, that is irrelevant. I have 9 in this Z palette because 10 wouldn't fit. So here's a sneak peek of the shadows that I'm going to be talking about. They are very neutral, very everyday. I could kind of delve into another video of my top 10 like unique eyeshadows, but these are like my must-haves from Makeup Geek. So of course they're neutral tones because that is what I wear on most days. I wear nude eyeshadows. So okay, let's start with the first one. And again, if you are new to Makeup Geek, they are so cheap. I think these eyeshadows are $6.99. You have to buy them online, unfortunately, but the shipping's not so bad to Canada or anything like that, so it is definitely worth it, and the eyeshadows are just so unique in quality. They're so wonderful, and they're just so cheap, so I love them. The first one that I have is called White Lies. I'm going to be showing you up-close swatches as well for all of these, but this is what it looks like, and this is their matte formula. This is a pure white, but you know what's funny? Finding a pure white eyeshadow is actually very hard because it could be too chalky, too powdery, like too shimmery. So it's hard to find a matte white, but this one is my favorite and I use it every single day. And this is the second one that I've gone through because I use it to highlight my brow bone. I have a lot of veins and discoloration, so I like to put a white eyeshadow at the top of my brow bone. It lifts your brow as well as just covers any veins or anything you have on your eyelid. And this matte is opaque enough, but it does not look chalky or powdery. So it just blends perfectly at the top of your brow bone, gives you that heightened look. This is just by far the best white, and I use it every single day, even though I maybe don't even talk about it because it's very boring. But without fail, even if I'm just doing like a crease shade, I still put white on my brow bone. It's just something I always do. The next one is Well Loved, and this is called Beaches and Cream. So I've hit pan, and this is my second one. So for me, this shade is like a skin tone shade. So for me personally, it is like my skin tone. It is a very light kind of buttery cream shade. It looks like butter. That's kind of like the color of butter. It's just very, very neutral. You may not even see it for me to swatch it on my skin tone because it is my like exact skin tone. They say this is a very, very light peach. So it's kind of got a little bit of that orangeness to it. But again, it's just a very warm kind of like sand color. So I use this one every single day to actually blend out my transition shade. So if you're having problems blending, get a shade like this if you're my skin tone, or one that pretty much is your skin tone, and then you just blend the edges because you won't really see it on your skin tone, but it just helps blend any of your shadows up into the brow bone. So like my crease shade, you put it in your upper crease and it just really helps to blend. So I use this one a lot, and again, it's very boring but very necessary. Okay, up next again is a cult favorite, and this is Creme Brulee. This is one of the first shadows I ever owned from them. And again, I've hit pan. I'm pretty sure this is my second, maybe third one. This is the best transition crease color if you are my skin tone. Even a little bit darker, like even if you're like a medium skin tone, this would still work. It is so beautiful. It's very similar to MAC Soft Brown if you like that one. But this is like a medium, warm brown. It's not too dark, it's not too light. It definitely has a warm undertone. It's like a sand color. These are all very similar in color ranges because this is just the kind of shades that I use. I prefer warmer browns as opposed to cool tone browns. So yeah, they described this one. This is a velvety matte finish and it is a medium sand color. Oh, it is so wonderful. Their mattes are so blendable and creamy. You have to get this one as a crease shade. Okay, next up, going a bit darker, still in the matte category. This next one is a little bit more unique, and this is in the shade Cherry Cola. So this is still matte. This one's very unique. It is the perfect purpley reddy brown. It's like an aubergine color. So they describe it as a deep brown with strong red undertones. So that's definitely what it is. It's got this kind of like dark burgundy color. And now why I love this one is I actually love using this as an eyeliner. If you have pretty much any color eyes, like green eyes, brown eyes, this is gonna look gorgeous as eyeliner. Or you can just smudge this on the lower lash line or smudge it on the outer corner. Just instead of using brown, it adds just like a little pop of color without really putting on color. It's still a brown, it's still neutral, but since it has that kind of burgundy aubergine shade, it just like really makes a look pop, and I love using it as an eyeliner as well. My kind of go-to shade to kind of deepen anything up is definitely this one, and this is Wild West. Again, it is still a matte. It is lighter than Cherry Cola. This is just kind of like a medium toned reddy brown. So they describe it as a rich rose brown, and that's definitely a good way to describe it. So it has that kind of rosy red undertone to it, but it's still a brown, it's still a neutral, and I love this for, like, again, you can put it directly in your crease, you can put it in the outer corners or underneath the lash line to smoke things out a little bit without being too intense. So it's kind of like, I have this one kind of smudged in, and it's like if you want a look that's not too intense, but you do want a little bit darker brown, this is a good one to go with. Okay, now just a pure classic true dark brown. This one is called Americano. Still a matte formula, but it's beautiful. This one is great as eyeliner because it is just like a beautiful fudgy brown. This is described as a deep brown with subtle purple undertones, but I would just say it as like a true like fudge coffee brown. Use this as eyeliner. Use this in the outer corners, which again I have here in the outer corners, and I have this on as eyeliner. It's just wonderful. I love this shade. It's just so versatile. It's just the perfect chocolate brown just to really smoke things out. Okay, on to some shimmers. This next one is called Shimma Shimma. And this is the second one I've been through, and I've already hit pan on this one. This is my favorite inner corner highlight. It's very similar to MAC Naked Lunch. It's like a pink champagne. I just use it on my inner corners and my brow bone pretty much every single day. It is the perfect amount of shimmer, but it's not too metallic. I just love it for that pop inner corner highlight. If you're fair like me, this is the perfect one. I like it when it's a little bit more pinky and not like a gold inner corner. So this is definitely a pinky champagne color. Yeah, so it just is like a light pinky beige, and I use this every single day on my inner corner and my brow bone as a highlight. It is my favorite highlight by far, ever, in any eyeshadow. Now onto the fun ones. They are foiled eyeshadows. They are known for their foiled eyeshadows. They are this intense metallic sheen that works best when you pack it on with your fingers. It is just like intense and metallic, and the pigment is so like intense. I just love them. So the first one, and I've used this on tons of brides, this is called Starry Eyed. It is so gorgeous. If you just put this all over your lid, it makes your eyes pop. So this is similar. It's like a pinky champagne color. It's similar to Shimma Shimma, but this one just comes out so much more intense. So I don't use this in the inner corner, but packing it on the lid and then smoking it out with those matte browns, you have a perfect bridal look. It is just a gorgeous all over the lid shade for that classic, just like bright-eyed effect. I think that's why it's called Starry-Eyed. Just perfect pink champagne shade for the lid. Another foiled eyeshadow that I love is called Grandstand, and it looks like this, and it actually looks brown, but it is a perfect rose gold color. They call it a coppery brown, but for me, it's just like, I don't know, it has that copper, but it's like rose gold copper, because it's definitely got pink undertones. I love this just all over my lid and underneath my lower lash line. It's like an instant bronze smoky eye. You don't have to do anything with it, and that's pretty much the only way I use this. If you want to get fancy, again, you can smoke out the outer corners, add a wing liner, but I love just taking a fluffy brush and smudging this all over my lid, and then on my lower lash line as well. It's a gorgeous color. It gives you a wet look. It's like a metallic copper rose gold shade. I love it. And last but not least, I think everyone needs a pure gold in their collection, and this one's my favorite. It's called Magic Act. Again, it is still their foiled eyeshadow, but this is my favorite type of gold, and I'm very, very picky when it comes to golds, but this one is just perfect. It's not too orange, it's not too yellow, it's not too dark, too light. It is just that like true gold. I just love it. Because like some golds can get too coppery and too orange. Some golds are like too yellow. So this is just like pure gold. Again, all over the lids, like on New Year's Eve or anything like that. It looks gorgeous. So if you are looking for a pure, true metallic gold, this one is my favorite. And again, I'm so picky about golds. I don't really wear golds that often, but this one's my favorite. So that was everything. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe before you leave. Leave down in the comments some of your favorite Makeup Geek eyeshadows. I probably own them already. I own a lot of Makeup Geek eyeshadows, but I wanted to round up my top 10 in case you are new and you wanted to start your collection. Anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!